Noon the show by Lauderdale, Jones, Scott, and Smith, Winston, Leak, you better act right. Don't drive slow and be wild at night, 'cause you need to know that if you do, that Scotty Ray is watching you. He's everywhere, he's everywhere. That man is faster than a scalded cat. If you do something dumb, then you better run with haste. Scotty Ray's at a wreck before it ever takes place.
And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. This is Odie. As we all we tried to make everything red today.
It's closer than we have been in a while.
Well,
They're all in the red. Well, almost all in the
Neither
red.
one
Oh, you
Y'all
don't have to
have
go
red
closer.
Y'all don't have them red.
This is red.
This is reddish.
What we were talking about, I thought at first when she came in she was going to be a preacher. All you need is that little white thing there, and that would make you.
She'd be sister brother then.
What do they call it? Nails? What was the guy off of Little House on the Prairie? What was his name? What was his name? Y'all remember?
There was two different ones.
Yeah, wasn't it start with a M?
You know, he had one girlfriend the entire time on the show, and it didn't work out. Father?
It wasn't Father.
Brother Preacher? What'd they call him on there? Help us.
Oh, I'm not participating in the beginning conversation where we just talk about what I wore
It'll
today.
hit me, and somebody knows what his name was. I'm just blank.
They'll tell us in a second.
Well, you know, there was a heavy set guy that was the preacher to start with, and then at the end when they walked across the bridge, when they blew up the town, the last episode, it was the skinnier guy was the preacher.
The bigger one is the one I'm trying to remember there. Big Daddy. That wasn't it. I'll Google it here in just a second. We'll figure out.
Do you realize what today is?
What
do.
is today? I feel like you're going to tell us.
Today is
Fire Prevention Day.
Her 4th day this month that she's been at work.
And you get a
I don't
donut.
work
donut.
here.
4 in a row.
And
she has shown up, and she told us she wasn't coming.
I told you I wasn't
she
coming.
told us she was not, and her conscience.
It wasn't my conscience.
It was.
I actually thought about it.
It was her conscience, and then from what I gather, a lot of the fans out there started approaching her and wanting to know, how much she was needed on here on Fridays.
You see what happens when you're not here. We go left of center. We need help.
So with that being said, just a little token of our appreciation. Scotty Ray told me to just use the business account to get whatever we needed.
You got to pick it up so they can see.
And got a donut.
Yeah, money was no object to spend whatever we needed to out of the company.
There were several
card.
donuts already missing out of that box.
Well, I want to
when
make
got
sure
here.
you got the right one. That one was glazed.
No, my plans did change, and I do have to leave right after this to go to the same place that I was going.
Well, we're so glad
and
that
I was
you could
scared
join
I was
us.
going to see you Thursday last night, and you were going to give me a really hard time.
Were you down at the mariachi band?
I was nearby, but I did not attend, unfortunately. This makes me nervous.
Did you make a wish?
I sure did.
Did you see that one puff of how strong that was?
I'm telling.
I'll huff and I'll puff.
You don't set off the smoke alarm.
That's
Live on the show.
That's not in the budget just yet. We're working on buying
Let that go over there, Fire Inspector.
Greg was at his business down there. Y'all know which one it is. He was installing some smoke alarm.
That's a good place to
One of
have
his
some.
buddies turned around, looked at him, and says, "I just got one question." He says, "All right, what's that?" He said, "Where you think you're gonna be when that goes off?"
Yeah,
Good point.
I didn't think about that.
Gives you a heads up.
What in the world is on?
What is it?
I'll tell you later what I just read on his phone.
Okay. Hey, it was Reverend Alden.
What
is
is
the answer to Little House on the Prairie? What are they doing?
I don't know who your friend Charles is, but
What's Charles said?
Charlie Dennison just
Oh, did he tell it how it really
rude
was?
stuff. Just
We're so glad.
You mean the king of couth?
If you've never met Charlie, Charlie is just kind of straightforward.
oh
If he-
yeah,
if he
very
thinks
reserved.
It just says blah.
You know, he dressed up as that bride.
Oh, I know.
Bridezilla.
Oh, is that guy?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
That makes sense.
It tracks now that we'll I cannot say what he said.
I bet you can.
He sends ugly stuff to me all the time.
Try to trip you
Yeah,
up.
it's between him and RW. I don't know what I'd do.
So how was your week, Julie? Anything big?
What did I do this week?
The life.
That's what happens when you get retired.
Too many of them mint juleps will cause that.
Nowhere to be.
I worked some. I was roofing assistant. I drove to Demopolis and dropped off a bid yesterday. You know, I'm working.
Roofing assistant.
Yeah, that's what we call it, roofing assistant.
Do you have a ladder in your truck too?
No, I don't. They don't make me get on ladders.
She's got a little furry step stool.
But that's funny. But we just kids and dogs. Buster enrolled in school for next week. He starts.
He's going
They
to
grow
school.
up so fast. Yeah, he's gonna go to class. He's gonna learn to be a good boy.
Which one of y'all?
Now
with him?
that's a
I'm
crying
going.
shame.
I'm going with him.
No, I'm
Nothing.
Hang on here.
You all right? You a little choked up over
I
there?
wanted to question this doggy school. I mean, you're like, I thought you were joking with me. That you were
No.
saying-
There are people that sends their dogs.
Really?
Doggy daycare.
They call
all
that
kinds
you're
of stuff.
retired. You spend time with the dog every day. You should train that dog. Well, then my dog's got to have an example.
Well, what do you want Buster to learn?
To be, I mean, Dachshunds are notoriously stubborn dogs, and I have a 15-year-old that can't act right, and
And she's been left behind, by the way, y'all.
she is not.
She
To the
never-
curb.
I'm just trying to.
Have
I'm
you
on.
noticed
They
she's
live.
never brought up anymore? That poor little dog is living in the other end of the house going, I wish my mommy loved me.
She is just fine.
She just painted a little wall over it, looked like a beach scene, and sets that little old dog in front of it, and the dog sits there.
but I
Has
just
a
want to.
misting fan going
It's
on.
probably.
It throws a little sand.
I'm done with y'all. All right, what's next?
No,
I got news for you, Tyler. You just wait. You go in there with that old dog.
On the chair and all.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, is it like potty training? Is that what you're teaching, or
I'm
shake
like leash
hands?
training, sit, stay, taking commands, like doing what you're.
Obedience training.
Yeah, obedience.
You take a rolled up newspaper and a pocket full of treats in a couple of days, you can work all that out.
Yeah, you can,
Well, I'm obviously not good at it because I've learned the other one, and
because you gave in.
Dachshunds live forever, apparently, and so I
See,
just want to do it
proves what
right.
we just said about the wall.
Poor Buster's got a wall in his future.
But it'll be in like 15 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, let's see here.
All right.
Beth says we need to let you talk. Did we cut her off on something?
All the time. But that's okay.
Anything that you need to say that we cut you off on?
No,
Okay.
nothing y'all are going to
But
listen to.
back to Little House on the Prairie, it was Reverend Alden. And I don't know the second one that rolled in there as the preacher, but I remember Reverend Alden there. And boy, that was the good old days, wasn't it?
Oh,
Well, I watched it because Charlene did.
What's in that bag?
Oh, she did take Ozzy to school, and Sam went to doggy daycare every day. While they went to work, they took the dog to school.
Well,
Dropped it off.
everybody's done it. Obedience school there.
You have no room to talk.
Probably about giving in to dogs, if I had to guess.
Well, I mean, let me back
It's
up and
all
say
these
this.
treats that those dogs get. That's
Y'all
what-
have never heard that woman over there, that shrill
should
voice
stop.
that comes out, and it scares dogs within 3 miles, and they come back to the house immediately. Like, I'll call them, and they won't pay me any attention. She can say one word of Sophie, and like she appears out of nowhere because she's scared.
It's not.
It's like she could say Dylan Ray, and he would appear.
he does the same thing at Walmart. Scotty Ray.
That's funny. I picked up a prescription yesterday, and
I sure hope it works.
I have,
I'm sorry, that just come out.
anyways, Buster was with me, and they gave him a pup prescription. Isn't that cute? They had
Really?
it was a little paper bag, and they gave it to him, and it had his treat inside of it, and it said pup prescription on it.
I did not know they did that.
Lord, now, Bo Seaver's going to be to the Walmart pharmacy.
He loves going to the bank. Those ladies at Community Bank, they take care of him.
And
When
he
we
sits
pull
up-
up, he sits up straight, and he'll lean forward, make sure they see him.
Angie, my wife sent me a picture of Greg's dog in the back of her Tahoe sitting in the window there like this, looking around.
Like he belongs.
Yeah, he sits up straight. He sits up like a young gentleman now. I'm proud of him now.
He's a gentleman and a scholar.
Oh, absolutely.
He does not take after his father.
Oh, have mercy there. We got a lot to discuss that's going on this weekend. Buds and Burgers, one of the big things that's going to happen.
Love
we got
Buds and
some
Burgers.
stuff for the pups that are going to be happening.
Yeah, I'm
And
trying to get
again,
them.
fourth Friday in a row.
Oh,
I mean, that just,
didn't that?
I was flabbergasted.
Have you noticed she has not bitten into that donut that you gave her?
I know.
I'm not a donut girl.
Well, she can't move her face that much. I watched her paint it. And if it ain't dry, it's going to crack.
We'll be right back.
Hey, welcome to Kia Meridian.
We're a family-owned business that's been serving the community for 25 years.
If you're looking for a new Kia, we have them. And if we don't, we'll find it.
No stress, no hassle, just the best deals. And right now we can get rates as low as 0%.
Shop local, get the car you want. And be a part of the Kia Meridian family.
Have you been wanting your own building, your own shed? Speak to our friends at Best Sadia Building, 601-728-1954. Now, they can custom build you a home from a barn-dominium. Maybe it's a shed that you're needing or a simple place to park your car, a garage, a camp house. Maybe you need a place to park your tractor, your motorcycle, or even that lawnmower. They can custom design whatever it is you need. Quality work, trustworthy, Best Sadia Buildings. Speak with Drew, 601-728-1954. Grass cutting season is here, and if you need a new lawnmower, drop in and visit our friends at Freeman Tractor on Highway 494. If you've got a big yard with acres and acres to mow, they have the size yard you have. Freeman Tractor has the lawnmower that fits you and your budget. From 48-inch all the way up to 60, or the X-Mark lawnmower. Plenty of these to choose from. Also, they carry a complete line of LS tractors. Come by for a test drive today. Financing available. Visit our friends at Freeman Tractor, Highway 494. Welcome back. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. We got the entire gang here for a month in a row.
A month. I got to go ahead and ask. I mean, I hate to go ahead, at this early in the show.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You going to be here next Friday?
Let me see.
Uh-oh.
I mean, if we go for 5, I'm going to have to up the game on the donut.
It'd be like the NBA playoffs.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting on.
It's 50-50.
What's a better choice than us? I mean, you trying to go back to the...
Well, actually, next weekend is Crew of Boo in New Orleans, and we have guests coming and other people. So I don't know everybody's schedules of when people are coming in.
Hey, hang on.
All right, it's a Kirby Smart clap over there.
We don't know what Crew of Boo is.
Crew of Boo is like there is New Orleans' big Halloween parade and parties, and everybody's like dressed up. And Buster's going to be in a costume contest down there at Dat Dog on
We don't do that in
Street.
Meridian.
I'm just telling you where I'm going to be at.
But I'm just saying
It's a big deal. I mean, it's not like but like St. Patty's Day is really big down there, and so is. But
they just look for a reason to get hammered.
They
down
really
there. Every
do.
time they flip the calendar, it's National Tomato Day. Let's all
get drunk.
they do
sloshed.
have a tomato festival. Have you ever had a
thought-
Creole tomato? They're so good. Anyway.
So do they do it like and I'm being serious because
It's a big parade. Like the big floats, just like Mardi Gras, but it's all Halloween, and so there's like crazy costumes. It's fun.
Well, we have the thing for the kids downtown. Now I guess it doesn't compare to that, does it?
That's Candy Crawl. I mean, they have fun uptown stuff for kids and things like that, but it's fun.
But yeah, I guess
There's a parade in New Orleans every day of the year for something.
It must be there.
That's why we love it there.
Boo.
Yeah, it's fun.
We're learning there. Mm-hmm. Let's see here. We had a record high yesterday. I don't know if y'all know this. We tied the record.
It was hot.
I felt
93
it too.
yesterday.
I was planting a green field, and I kept saying, "This is crazy."
It was.
I was looking for rattlesnakes while I was planting a green field. This is stupid.
It is. I like it hot. I live in Mississippi, but my gosh,
It's got a little line. It was 1990 that record was set that we tied yesterday. So it gives you a scale of to go on.
You shouldn't. Are we halfway through football season by now?
Roughly, is that
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I mean, and we're sweating still at games. Not like.
Usually in October, you got a jacket.
Yeah, I mean, the football is what gets me. Watching football in just blazing heat, it seems.
Speaking of football, Odie, what do we got this weekend as far as our big games? Who is it?
We are halfway exactly. So we got Arkansas is off.
They might come in second.
Auburn's off. They're still trying to figure out what a clap and a timeout is.
Yeah, the Kirby
Florida and
Smart.
Texas, Georgia and Kentucky, Mississippi State and Texas A&M. That'll be a
Who's going to win that?
game.
Anybody got?
Bless
State's
her.
got it.
They do.
Yeah.
Wait.
Texas State.
Oh.
Texas, Mississippi State will beat Texas.
All right. What about LSU? Are they playing this weekend?
LSU is off.
All right.
No. Wait a minute.
I think
Wait a
you've
minute.
got.
The wrong
I was going to say, we
Oh.
are playing Florida this weekend.
Yeah, let me start this over.
That's
again.
what I was going to fact
All right,
check you.
Alabama and Tennessee, they play. That's
That'll
going to
be
be
a
a
game.
huge
Yeah.
game.
Tennessee always lays down for Alabama.
Auburn plays Missouri.
No,
Ooh, y'all
we'll win that.
y'all
We'll
gonna have
win
to
that.
do timeout for that one too. Florida and Mississippi State.
Bless her.
Didn't they
Please.
fire the coach at Florida yesterday?
Did they?
I don't know.
I've seen it. It had to be the truth. I seen it on Facebook.
Well,
it was
there you
true.
go. He's
And they're
fired.
playing at Florida.
Big
The-
game is Ole Miss and
Ooh.
Georgia.
My baby's at that one.
Kentucky and
She's going to
Texas.
Athens.
LSU is with Vanderbilt, so that's
That
up in the
still
air.
could be a game.
Yeah. You've got Mississippi State at Florida, Mizzou at Auburn. So
The SEC has been fun this year. Like the games aren't just blowouts. There's not just
it's
ultimate
fun
domination.
because everybody
It's fun.
within 3,000 miles is in the SEC. So I mean,
Well,
it's no
I
longer-
meant like when I say the SEC, I'm talking about the real,
Yeah.
like the
Alabama,
LSU,
yeah.
Alabama, Georgia. Everybody's playing. Ole Miss, they're
You know,
all
it
playing
really-
good.
there
Mississippi
for
State, God
10
bless us,
years
we
or
were
so.
we were almost there for a minute.
If you'd watch an Alabama game, they'd win 80-0, and it was
That's not
boring.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's not fun.
Yeah.
Alabama winning is never fun in my house.
We agree on something.
Oh, look at there.
Look at us.
Oh, Greg used to tell me all the time, said if Alabama was playing Abu Dhabi, he'd go get a turban.
If they was playing the Shiite Muslims, I'd be riding a camel. Going,
We had a boo-boo on I-20 yesterday. Did y'all see this? These folks, I think, were trying to get to Talladega.
Well, they were just trying to camp.
And this is
They looked
the...
like Charlie, didn't
gosh.
He's going. You had to stretch for this one.
Let me back up and play this of what happened here.
Right there, but,
If you will look this front
dude,
left
that's a
tire,
$1 million motorhome.
That is
Yeah.
nice.
and look there, that's what caused it. And when I tell you it took hours to get this out, it was hours. That's some pretty major damage to that bus.
Man, that's horrible. But
And-
you know, we are seeing,
how
and
did-
I'm not blaming, I don't know who to blame, but we're seeing more and more tire failures.
Yes.
And I can assure you, on that bus, that wasn't a wore out tire. That
No,
wasn't
no.
even a half worn out
Let me get
tire.
that. Look at
That-
this.
That's a $1 million
Look
bus.
at
You
it.
ain't
Yeah.
skimping on a tire.
Exactly. And look at the trucks that we've had lately that are
Steer tires blowing
Steer tires blowing on company trucks.
Yeah.
Well, you
Well,
know,
we had that young
if
lady
it's
die
your
because
truck,
of
you
that.
might skimp a little bit, but I promise you, they keeping new tires on the steer. Why are these tires failing?
I'm with you on
Junk
that.
on the road.
I agree with that to
To a
an
degree.
extent, but I'm
Something
sorry.
going on with the
I'm
manufacturing
still
plant.
thinking about Perot, that sucking sound of all the jobs leaving America.
You mean DEI? You know, just show up for work. You ain't got to know the mathematics of building a rubber tire.
Well, you know, and really, there's only not many tire manufacturers. The one in Tupelo is a There ain't many in America. Are we getting second-rate tires? Is what he's getting at.
Probably.
I didn't know, but I think Odie showed me one day. You can look on a tire and see the manufacturer date. You can have a brand new tire that was made 7-8 years ago
and not even know it.
And not know it.
Exactly.
Yeah, we need to go out and take pictures and show everybody that one.
Take a month, all them tires out there in your shop.
Y'all should do like little classes.
Easy to get to because there ain't
There's no body on one of them. Be real easy to get to those tires. Matter of fact, I was going to bring you some cardboard to lay on top of them so they wouldn't dry rot.
They're 2 years old, you know.
I finally something I did this week. So I've had a signal thing in my car for like 3 months telling me tires not detected, and they're there. I finally went and got that fixed.
Tires not detected?
That's what it said.
What, did it have to have something reset?
Yeah, I'd had a recall, and I don't know what they did to it, but it doesn't say tires not detected. The tires are there.
Did you get what she said?
Tell me.
How long had it been on?
How long?
Like a few months. Why?
3 months, she said that the light had been on.
Well, I knew
those lights are not a suggestion. They are go get it fixed.
I called them because it happened right after they did, and they said it's a sensor thing. It's fine. Like, just bring it back by here. And it just took me. It just took me a little while.
You know, there's something there, and this could very well be something, and especially on hot days like this, overinflation. Overinflated when it got put on, and then as you travel on these hot roads, this hot time,
it expands.
Now you're expanding. Definitely a overinflation, and that could lead to a blowing.
I agree, but if you go to that DOT handbook and you do a pre-trip like you're supposed to with that air gauge,
but you can't do it when it's hot. Now they done got full because they took a shower at 8, and now they're just trying to get back out there, and they don't want to take the time on a cold tire.
We see James tells us there's a tire manufacturer in Tuscaloosa where they make them there, factory over there. And then Charles said one of his son's truck tire blew out, then they changed it, and then it blew sitting still. Interesting.
I had one blow out a few years ago the day after I'd gotten it.
Was it the steer or on the rear?
Steer.
And you honestly cannot control the vehicle.
Ain't nothing you can do about that.
It just goes wherever it's going to go.
Mitch had a tire after 9 months blow out, and he went to go get the air. They told him it was dry rotted and asked, "Where'd you get the tires?" He said, "You." So the company that sold him the dry rotted tires tried to blame somebody for selling bad tires.
I mean,
I ran up on something yesterday that I don't know that.
You didn't run nowhere.
Well, I drove by.
Stumbled upon.
I don't know the rest of the story, so to speak. We had a rumble yesterday, and it could be one of those somebody was confused, but it was originally said that somebody had their bicycle stolen yesterday.
I'm sure it wasn't yours.
Right, by a guy with a machete that wanted it really bad.
Oh, God.
And
was he going to haul lumber with it?
Yeah, he must have.
There's going to be another tussle now after Kevin's comment.
But it was a lot of what he said. Arrived.
He said brooms didn't have tires.
That's funny.
She's got a landing gear.
We had
that was good.
Home run there. We had another situation last night where somebody got hit on a bicycle. And as soon as
did he have a machete?
Yeah, that I don't know.
She's not a detective, but she does solve crimes.
This would happen last night on 40th Avenue, 27th Street. And after the guy got hit,
is he okay?
He jumped up.
Okay, well.
Yeah, he goes, "Whoa," and he took off running. So it very well could be the same person. We don't know, but he left the scene.
What did he do when he got up?
His steer
That's what I was told.
His steer tire could have
anybody
blew
actually
and drove him off
watches-
into the front of the car.
Not but for a minute.
Does anybody watch this for like actual news?
Well, that's just what went on. What was it that guy on Hee Haw used to say? What was his slogan that he done on Hee Haw with chicken behind him? What was it that he said? All the news and nothing. What did he say?
KORN radio?
Yeah, KORN radio. The news and
nothing but the news.
Something like that.
Okay. I like the reenactments. That's my favorite part of this Scotty Ray
You should be
Report.
with us live in the truck on some of these.
Right.
I'm good.
That 11 o'clock at night as we circle. and circle.
Just driving around.
We find it.
I feel like every. I used to work late at night stop, and I feel like every restaurant, like their hours, like who's still open.
Yes.
I mean, because
we know
there's only specific places that you can go after 10.
We know menus.
Yes.
I bet you do.
We know where meth highway is too.
That's right.
Meth highway.
Yes, it's a place where there's a lot of meth people hang out. We know where those are.
I think I know where it is. We'll talk about it on the break and see if it's the same place that I think
Good place
it is.
to go to jail.
Yeah.
My, oh my, oh my. Hey, we have to say a big thank you to this. This is good. Russell Volunteer Fire Department went out yesterday to teach the kids. And let me show you some pictures
Fire
here.
prevention.
This is the fire chief and all. They went out to Russell Christian. And it's always good for the kids to learn something about this.
And it starts at that age. If you will start those kids at that age and just the basics about a smoke detector, about a fire extinguisher, about calling 911. I mean, they get it.
Who is that guy?
Is that Doug?
No.
So here's something that people don't think about, but you see on one of those photographs, like that one right there.
Yeah.
He's in his full gear. To a kid, if a kid was in a house that had a house that was on fire, and you had a fireman run in dressed just like that right there, breathing like Darth Vader, saying, "Come here."
They get under a bed.
That child is scared. But now if you show a child what a firefighter looks like, what they're going to sound like, then it gives them that comfort. So it's what to expect if you're in one, who's coming to rescue you, because it's not going to be.
Oh, you may have discovered a whole new program that needs to be instituted in America. I'm thinking before marriage that everybody should see cold cream and cucumbers on ice in case you were to wake up in the middle of the night and go,
and a CPAP.
Yes.
Maybelline. Maybelline.
Why can't you? Do you think this program would work?
I mean, I think that as long as it's going to show y'all without y'all's hair and how y'all progress too.
I was born without hair, and I have not changed much.
Men basically look the same.
That's exactly
Are
right.
you serious?
Yeah, except when they show up at a fire in shorts. Just outside of that.
I might have put on a pound or two, but I'm the same lovable me I was 50 years ago.
That's right.
What do you mean showed up in a fire in shorts?
Our hair turns gray. I don't think it
Did you
changes
show
for
up in a
us.
fire in shorts?
No.
We have seen people show up at a fire that
right,
the fire
I thought
broke
you were
out and they had to
gonna
get
tell
there
me
in a hurry.
Okay.
Well,
They look a little different that way.
yeah.
But the new program there I'm trying to institute there, we'll put Julie in charge of all of this.
But that is good. They go to the schools, and John does a great job with that, and let those kids know. If you get them at that age, we wouldn't have all these fires.
And during the summertime, we got that. It won't be too much longer. Kids will be out for the summertime.
It was 93 yesterday.
MCC does College for Kids.
Yep.
And during that, also Meridian Fire Department does a class down there that focuses a lot on fire prevention. And so if you're looking for something for your kids to do, that'd be something good they can learn.
Let's see. Drew asked a question about the brick house downtown. I can't tell you anymore because that rental place next door, people are hanging out the doors all the time, all hours out in the street, and I can't tell you anymore. It gets really confusing as you go down.
The way I understood it, that is a venue that you can rent next door. Because my wife tried for a month to rent it for my daughter's wedding.
It used to be the ballroom dancing.
Yeah, and it's just a crowd.
Never could get anybody to call.
I don't know what
Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Drive through tonight or
experienced
tomorrow
that.
night, somewhere around midnight, and see what you see.
In all seriousness, if you've not been to town, Meridian is happening. There's more going on
It really
at night
is.
than I ever remember.
It's fun.
It's something on every corner downtown.
Mm-hmm.
All out 8th Street.
And Buds and Burgers is
I mean, and we were
one
talking
of the most
about
fun events of the year.
which
Oh
Oh yeah.
I can't make it.
Why? Where are you going to be?
I'm on call. Odie's out of town. Somebody's got to tote the back of the county on their back as usual. I'm only on call every weekend.
We'll be right back.
Dedication.
That's what it is.
I'm Laura King here at the Diabetes Institute. I'm a family nurse practitioner that is board certified in advanced diabetes management. Wanted to let you know that we're here right off of North Hill Street for all your diabetes needs. We are located right next door to Squealer's Barbecue, and we are open from Monday through Thursday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We accept all types of insurances. Wanted to also let you know that we take care of type 1 diabetes, type 2 diabetes. We'll do gestational diabetes patients as well as pre-diabetes. We have in-house lab. We also do a point of care A1C so that you will leave the clinic that day knowing what your A1C is. Again, we're here off of North Hill Street, right next door to Squealer's Barbecue, and we'd love to see you for all your diabetes needs.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. With professional grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right. All backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Patrick Allen Companies has a wide selection of garage doors that will fit your style, add value to your home, and add curb appeal to your neighborhood. Patrick Allen also has top-of-the-line, energy-efficient replacement windows that will make your home look great while saving you money. We're family-owned and operated, and we take pride in our work. 5305 Highway 145 South in Meridian.
For all your garage doors and replacement windows, call Patrick Allen Companies. Safety, service, satisfaction.
Welcome back.
Hey.
I'm your friend Scotty Ray along with Otis.
Yes, we're here for a Friday.
I'll just hold it up, Scotty, right, and I'll get it to you.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Mark,
we were trying
hope you
to
have
find
a good day at the doctor there.
Somebody going to the doctor.
He's going to see the cardiologist.
Fun there. Hey, don't forget this. If you come down 24th Avenue, you're going to have some cones in the road. The City of Meridian was working there yesterday. Let me zoom in on this. And as you come down, you're going to encounter some cones here on this side of the road. So be careful in those areas there.
Yeah.
You getting back
That's
to
going
work?
to be one of those.
Yeah. I'm taking a break. He had to take a break.
Well, he told me he thought you were going to get him a cup of coffee. And
Well,
I brought her a donut and she didn't bring me nothing. That's okay.
I'm terrible.
I know.
All right,
Fire me.
Let's go back in history. Anybody remember this little woman? You seem to love this game.
I love this game.
It.
I'm about to go get my coffee.
Do you remember where she'd start yelling, Jed? She'd jump up and down. Granny was born in 1902 today.
Dang, she looks a lot different when she's not Granny.
Oh, yeah.
Amazingly, the change there.
Mm.
Let's see a few. Do you remember Rita Hayworth? Y'all remember her?
She was the Western, yeah. But
she was a beauty queen back in the day.
I can't remember what it is. Anyways.
Anyway, that was pretty big. This guy, do you remember Bob Newhart?
Yeah.
All right, this guy played on several different shows. His name was Tom Poston. Remember this guy with the hat?
Yeah. He was the handyman at the inn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's been many a year ago that he was
with Larry, Darryl, and Daryl.
Yep, I like that.
Larry, Darryl, and Daryl.
Just Daryl, my other brother Daryl.
Now you like gangsters a whole lot.
Love them.
This was they even confiscated, if I remember, correct me if I'm wrong, they confiscated his car and gave it to the president because it was the first bulletproof.
Al Capone.
There you go.
Geraldo, didn't he do the big 2-hour opening of his safe that was empty?
Sure was. and they didn't get him on his crimes, they got him on tax evasion.
RICO Act. That was the invention of the RICO Act, wasn't it?
Yeah.
When they come out with that?
I thought it was tax evasion. Because RICO is organized crime, multiple.
I don't know.
But it was tax evasion if they got him on.
Tax evasion is what they got him on.
You know, every now and then they'll show something about how much good he done. I'm not saying the guy was a saint, don't get me wrong, but he did help a lot of people.
It was kind of like Jesse James.
That's how gangs started out, taking care of their community.
Like Robin Hood, he took from the rich and he went through the neighborhood passing out food and stuff.
Took from the rich and gave to himself.
That's what organized crime always does. Cartels are famous for taking care of families
They're
and people and stuff like that. but-
Until they don't.
Until they don't.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-na-na-na. Y'all remember that little tune there?
That would be Hawaii 5-0.
You remember Zulu?
No.
You don't remember him?
No.
Yeah, 1937. He was on in there about 2 or 3 years into the show that they introduced him. Every kid in America knew this next guy. He was born today.
You had that little wind-up motorcycle.
Evil Knievel.
He was evil. Born on this day in
You don't know none of this history.
I mean, I know Evil Knievel. It's
You know
not
Evil
exciting.
Eye.
Why don't you show me one of Evil Knievel's tricks?
I can.
I'm waiting.
The only thing that he messed up on was Snake River, wasn't it?
Yeah, he was
He
going.
was in that rocket.
Yeah.
That was not him.
He kind
That
of
was-
boo-booed.
Why
I
he
forgot
did
how many bones they said
All
he had
of
broken.
Seriously.
all of them.
I think he did. But the man he had no fear.
Yeah.
None whatsoever. This was one of my favorite Jimmy Stewart films outside of It's a Wonderful Life. This would be my second thing. Of honesty. You always hope that there is honesty in America. This guy goes to Washington with that dream.
Mr. Smith
goes to Washington.
Oh, man.
That was,
Hey, what
if
are
you've
y'all?
never watched this, y'all, you should do. It's black and white. But still
No.
today, it is number one. You don't want to watch
with
that?
good intentions.
I'm just.
They were picking on the Boy Scouts, and he had to straighten it all out. And it just shows you what corrupt people will do in politics. There's some bad folks out there.
They sure are.
But they're honest when they get elected.
Yeah.
Greg had a wig like that.
I think most of them really are.
And
or that they run for good intentions to start with.
And then you have corporations and different people show up and all from, well, you got to vote with us or we ain't going to vote with you.
You get a $80,000 a year job, you've been doing it for 6 years, and you're worth $4.5 million. I mean, come on, people.
Something ain't right.
Don't look good.
No.
That's why Common Core came along, so people wouldn't add that stuff together and come
they're
up with a
trying to-
conclusion.
Let me see if you recognize this one. The hardest thing I'll ever do is
Holding
loving
her and loving you.
Ooh, ETC, back in 1941, was born on this day.
You still got that wig like that?
Yes, sir.
He did have
I
a fro.
loaned it to Keith Whitley. Keith Whitley had one.
He sure did. It was the Jerry curl look, wasn't it? And that's.
Yeah. Do you
Those-
ever wear yours like that?
No, I can't say that I had enough hair to ever do that.
I really want to. I need old pictures of y'all.
Oh,
Ooh, I had perm. I had long hair, all curly.
I just need to see
Yeah.
what. I mean, I've looked like this since 1692. You know.
Since the Salem witch trials.
Since the witch trials. But y'all, I'm curious what y'all used to look like.
I'll see if I can dig up something.
Everybody, get me a picture of these guys. About circa, I don't know, 1980.
10 years old.
Yeah, that was about our age. Anybody remember Squiggy and Lenny?
Yes, from Laverne and Shirley.
Lenny was born today in 47. I never saw either one of them in anything else.
No. And you'd have thought that, and on the right, it'd have made a good horror movie.
Yeah.
Seriously.
He's got that look.
Yeah.
He got that vampire look with that pointed hair.
It does.
And he had that little squeaky voice.
Yeah.
Do you remember the woman that Superman flew around? He picked her up and flew her up in the air.
Not
She
a
played Lois
Superman.
Lane.
Not a Superman fan.
He was the Man of Steel.
Scotty Ray
Kane
had
Jr. had
Hank
a song
Williams
about
Jr.
that.
was the Man of Steel.
Now, I can't sleep and I can't eat. Can't watch no love scenes on TV.
Did you used to dye your hair?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I've never died.
Bob said it died.
Oh, you had hair dye. It died. Okay, that's all right.
1957, one of the biggest movies would come out of this. Because they
That's
were.
such a
Warden-
specific clue.
Well, 1957, who was big?
Elvis?
There you go. Warden threw a party in the county jail.
Okay. Jailhouse Rock.
That went to the theaters today. I would have thought
Can
you'd
you
picked
do
up.
that?
He was.
Not without
Michael Jackson
dislocating
took those
something.
moves from that because you look at. I mean, he was doing what Michael did, and he didn't glue his shoes to the floor. He could actually do it.
Well, Forrest Gump taught him how to dance.
Oh,
Stop it.
That's true.
teaching these kids wrong history.
One of my heroes that I think is just one of the greatest country artists that ever breathed a breath was born today back in '58. Alan Jackson.
He's a good one.
I like that guy.
He's still one of them new ones. I like him.
I would love to go see
that final show.
I would love to go see that, but I don't know. Nashville, it gives me it seems like it's going to be real people-y.
It's going to be very people-y.
All right, so Katina, are you saying we've got a wreck right now in the Big Gully right before Minnow Bucket? Is that going on
probably
right
the
That's
18-wheeler.
That's 18-wheeler run off road, I think.
This morning, there wasn't any injuries involved.
Oh, okay.
In that. Remember that right at daybreak.
All right, nothing going on right now. Then.
But I'm sure it's going to take a while to get the truck out.
Yeah.
George Strait wrote a song about this. I owe so many folks and have so many exes, they ought to put me on.
All my exes live in Texas.
No, they
That's
ought to
what
put
I
me
thought,
on
too.
Hollywood Squares. You remember that show?
Yep.
And George sang about it. A lot of people don't know that song. I wonder why. Huh.
I don't think I've heard that.
Really? It's good stuff.
Somebody said
I'll play it for you after the show.
I bet you will, but I got to go.
Hallmark Christmas
You
movies
text
start
it to me.
tomorrow. Somebody said.
Is it Christmas in July? No,
I
this
can't
is
believe you
October.
didn't know that. You didn't have it on your calendar.
Oh, you know he did.
He's got two things he keeps on his calendar: when the Hallmark movies start and Victoria's Secret runway show.
I didn't know she run.
Well, let me tell you about that. That got messed up. They had a transgender the catwalk.
That's when he got a bigger
You know
TV.
what they called it? The total
After that
package.
movie he's got me watching, I can see that.
1968, this would begin, and after this, this had never happened up until then. It lasted 12 minutes on the silver screen, and everybody was glued. The greatest car chase there ever was, as Bullet premiered. That
I don't
Charger.
think I've ever heard of this.
You've never heard? That's what began the car chases
I've
on
heard of
TV.
Steve McQueen.
Steve McQueen. And that's Bullet. And you know, they found Bullet in Mexico. The car was sold for $1,200 out from underneath the garage. When those movies were over, they just sold them.
Yeah.
And a little old lady bought the car. The one, and it was parked on the garage. It broke down, the clutch went out, and she ended up selling it for $1,200. And someone found it in a junkyard in Mexico, and it was worth millions upon millions of dollars because of what it was. Bullet. There you go. Well, we ain't worried
Now
about
we
him.
know.
No one sing this next song. We're just going to show the picture.
Going across Turtle Lake.
Turtle Creek.
Turtle Creek.
Because it sure was hard. Chuck Berry had him at #1 today. And everybody that ain't singing, you must be... We can't say that.
Y'all are children, honestly.
Do you remember the song?
No, I don't.
It was. We're not lying. It was a huge, huge hit.
Okay.
Really?
I believe you.
Ask anybody. They'll tell you
I
about
believe
that song
all the
there.
news you provide me.
The Color of Money premiered today. Y'all remember that one? That was a big movie.
That was a good movie.
It was. It was.
Hints to light the candle.
All right, everybody can do this one.
No, Adam's
quite.
Family.
Trailers for sale.
We were close.
It weighs a lot.
Why did I thought you were doing
16 tons.
What do you get?
I was
Another day older and deeper in debt.
A lot of folks something.
This
But I owe my
mustache is
soul
like that
to
are
the
creepy.
company. But it started out, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well-
Trailers for Sale rent, and I was doing Adam's Family.
It's just similar to that. 1992, #1, Randy Travis. Boy, what a career he's had. We would lose this guy. Do y'all remember each week you'd hear it on country radio across America? Bob Kingsley passed away back in 2020. It's been 5 years now. He was really good. I liked old Bob a lot. there.
Yesterday we lost Ace Finley with
Freely, yeah.
Yeah, that's I forgot about that. I know nothing about Kiss though.
I got to ask one more while we on people that we used to see. What happened to Alan Archer? Wasn't he a real meteorologist?
Yeah, he was a real meteorologist.
When I was a teenager, he was like on every station.
Was he simulcast though?
He was all across America.
He was like Associated Press.
The
or
expenses
something
went
like
up
that.
and they got rid of him.
Okay, but that was one of the first
meteorologists in the
that
area.
was
Yeah,
that
everybody
was,
knows that
but
name.
yeah, you could go to Arkansas or you could go to wherever and you was going to hear it. I thought,
Alan
wow,
Archer.
he's everywhere.
Yeah.
He was, and you'd hear him in the background.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alan, what are you doing in there? Give me just a second. I'm ready.
Very Scotty Ray.
Okay.
That was early in the radio days, but he was all across America. And that service, as things have changed,
They just don't need it.
It's not needed anymore. Let's see here. What else happened today?
I do have smart questions.
He does. He's all over this. Y'all remember Peter Boyle?
Who? Peter Boyle?
Yeah, B-O-Y-L-E, Boyle.
Okay, Boyle.
You know him. He was hilarious.
He sounds very
Had a
familiar.
boy named Lance.
You ever... That's pretty good.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
All right.
That was Everybody Loves Raymond there. The prettiest of all was Born Tomorrow.
Yeah, old Ginger.
That's not Ginger.
That's Mary Ann.
Mary Ann. Yeah. And I don't know why I wasn't a ginger person.
Tina Louise was Ginger.
Yeah, and I was more Mary Ann than I was Ginger. I don't know why.
And you couldn't recognize her.
I didn't like none of them.
I don't like none of them.
He was a Gilligan
My
kind of
name is
person.
Fred,
She was
and
pretty
I'm the
now.
authority on all
I didn't
women.
like none of that. That
And
was
she,
just
God
goofy.
bless her soul, she died broke in a nursing home. Y'all remember that?
Really?
They had to do a fundraiser to pay her medical. She got, I guess, cheated out of everything she had, and she died dead broke in a nursing home. Nothing.
Oh.
So anyway, this guy, y'all remember him?
Took the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he did take the. There's
did
so
take
much
the
we'll
fall,
never know
yeah.
that will never be released.
Nanu.
Mork and Mindy.
She was born today. I never saw her in anything else either.
I'm sorry. That was my cue to change the channel.
When that come on, God.
He watched it to the end.
No.
and changed it.
I'm just proud you got the channel.
I couldn't watch that crap.
Does there was 3 men that married this woman. Each one of them would die. She was the plague. She was beautiful, and Hank the story I'm told walks into the Opry bathroom, and this old boy had brought her to the Opry, and he goes,
I heard this story the other day. Said, yeah.
You tell it.
Pulled a gun on him.
Sure
and
did.
told him, said, I'm leaving. She's going to go with me. Who was it telling that? I heard it on country music trivia show.
Was it Horton?
Y'all were in the bathroom talking about
No.
Hank was in the bathroom.
Hank was in the bathroom. Walked in the bathroom and pulled a gun on the guy and told him, said, she's leaving with me.
And she did.
And they were married.
Yeah. And Hank took her. But she was married to 3 different, Johnny Horton, she was married to him, he died.
Yeah.
And there was another one she was married to that died. And then she would marry Hank. And here's the thing, what Hank done after taking her with the gun, he would marry her. He would go to the Louisiana hayride, send his ex-wife a invitation to the wedding and sell tickets to it. 14,000 people bought tickets to see Hank marry her.
What was
Here's
her
the
name?
kicker.
Jean?
Billie Jean.
Billie Jean.
At the end of it, after Hank died, they got to digging around because everybody was fighting over the money. Her divorce was not final from the other guy until 11 days after she had married Hank. So the wedding was null and void because she married Hank illegally.
Yeah.
But what kind of woman is hot enough for you to pull a gun on a guy and say, she's mine?
This is, this is
Hank,
like the men's version of Real Housewives right now. Like that,
Hank just did not.
The
I don't know what it
excitement.
is, but it was just.
Hank was just it on a stick. You didn't mess with Hank. He was it.
This, the excitement with which you told that story.
It was amazing.
It was.
He loved it.
It's like the story I've told about, Hank didn't drive. He always had someone drive him in his Cadillac. And he was in Nashville and needed a pack of smokes, and he got somebody to drive him down to the store. And the old boy's driving along, and he goes, Hank, your Cadillac's squeaking. And Hank reaches over and says, son, maybe one day you'll afford a Cadillac that squeaks.
Mark Harmon. Who did he marry?
Mark Harmon?
Yeah.
He married everybody. Didn't he get around a lot? He played some weather guy in a movie.
Mark Harmon?
Yeah.
He's one that plays in NCIS.
Yeah, that's him.
Okay. And it was one of them that we talked about, and they're saying that she married Mark and then had to work.
Yeah, it wasn't her because she's in a nursing home in Louisiana.
What about the one before that? Mark and Mindy. Is that who you're talking about? Mindy? Was she the one that married Mark?
I don't know.
I wouldn't want to marry her. Hey, does this do anything for you as a woman?
Mindy, yeah.
John Claude, was he all that in a bag of chips?
I mean,
I saw him do one of those high karate movies one time.
High karate.
Ain't that cologne?
It is high karate aftershave. This girl, her life went down the tubes quickly. Y'all remember her?
Yeah.
Nothing like drugs to take away your life.
Yeah.
And then they were on the Johnny Loves Chachi show or whatever.
It flopped.
That's sad.
Do you remember I Believe in You? Don Williams?
Don Williams?
Yep. That was number one back in 1980. That's been a spell or two. Hard to believe. Oh, Just Another Love. We've joked about her running down in the tight shorts through Meridian.
Tanya
Talked about her
Tucker.
last week.
Last time she was here, she just
And I was
sat
here.
there.
4 in a row.
Let's see. Maybe you remember Emergency.
Yep. Comes on every day at 4 o'clock.
She did Pastor Dixie, who played the part of the head nurse.
She pretty as a special.
She was.
Under a pulpwood truck.
Yep, she is.
Do you remember the old guy that was on the show, the gray-headed doctor? She was married to him.
Really?
Yeah. I wanted to make sure that she was on there. Carrie Underwood hit big today back in 2005 with Jesus Take the Wheel.
That's
guy,
a sing-along song.
It is.
I mean, it's just one of those you got to...
The writer of that song died about 3 weeks ago in an airplane crash.
Really?
You're just full of little tidbits today.
He is. I mean, our hat's holding some smarts over there.
Let's go back to one of our favorite, and I know you love this show. Odie, I don't know. Did you watch Simon and Simon?
Absolutely.
Rick or AJ?
Rick, definitely.
Rick. The mama passed away in 2013. You know, she kind of ran everything. And for those who don't know, that's a Mississippi boy.
Yep. From Collins,
Mississippi.
somewhere.
Married, what was it, Delta Blue or what? Her name?
Delta Burke.
Yeah.
You were close, semi there, Odie.
Had the only Dodge Power Wagon that would crank twice in a row.
Then we all know that was a lie. That's the way those worked back in the day. Let's see what else happened this weekend. We got just a couple more things. It's not that many.
Yes, it's not that many.
On Sunday, if it weren't for this thing that happened on Sunday morning, we wouldn't be where we are today. They bet that he wouldn't. His men were trying to go against him. He had to go across a creek in the middle of the night.
George Washington.
It was. He defeated somebody today. And if you've ever watched the show with Mel Gibson, how they portrayed it, General Cornwallis would lose today by a ragtag army led by General George Washington. And he set it all up for where we are today. One of the greatest men in history. Now,
she hit you with a purse.
Be careful if you have not adjusted your screen yet. This woman would scare you.
And then hit you with a Bible out of there.
Ain't Esther. Fish-eyed fool.
Y'all remember that, don't you? Listen, y'all remember this guy?
Brady Bunch.
Yep. Yeah, he was born on today. He was the second Brady.
What happened to their...
He was the one original one. Yeah, he died of AIDS.
But what happened to
He was the only Mike Brady.
the other parents in that? Did they die?
Which one?
You know, because they were a blended family.
Oh, they were divorced.
They were divorced.
You didn't see the remake where they went to Hawaii and her ex-husband shows up and wants the statue and kidnaps them all?
No, I didn't. Clearly, I missed that one. But
really? I thought they were widowers.
Really?
There was
now, Mike could have been, but she had an ex-husband, and that whole trip to Hawaii was about them and the statue that was going to be sold in the yard sale, and it was worth millions, and he wanted it and kidnapped her.
I figured Mike's wife left him because he liked boys.
That's right. That's what happened.
I'm trying, y'all.
Well, that's the truth and nothing but the truth.
Yeah. He was one of them switch hitters.
This is had one of the
Wasn't the maid too, but the other way?
Yes.
Okay.
She really didn't like Sam. I hate to break it to you. Do you want me to go ahead and...
That was just in the script. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, that was in the script. And I've said this before, but I'll go ahead if you didn't know. Raise your hand if you ever watched The Waltons.
Love The Waltons.
You know about The Waltons?
Yeah.
Grandma and Grandpa.
They weren't really...
Grandpa and Grandma. They were Grandpa and Grandpa and Grandma and Grandma in real life.
Oh, okay.
In case you didn't know that. But this had the most distinctive...
Boy, that's dysfunctional.
That just changed Walton's Mountain.
Sure did. I'm going over down to Ike's and get me a bottle of pop.
1945, this girl would be born. And she had a crossover hit that went in country, rock, everything. It was an old boy from Tennessee that wrote it called Tom T. Hall. Jeannie C. Riley, y'all remember that?
That's a good
Harper Valley PTA.
I love that song. And you got a good head of hair. I would.
Troublemaking woman.
I sure would.
We go
march right down there.
What was it? The Sun, Third Rock from the Sun. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
That was funny.
It was funny.
No. That was funny.
It was funny.
And Footloose.
Because they were like aliens and
Right.
but they were look like okay. I remember.
Right,
It was
you remember
funny.
the preacher from Footloose?
Yeah, I know that. And there's something else that
He played
was
in The Accountant. He was he was the owner of the big biotech company that he went in and found.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Have you watched The Accounnt 2 yet? Because I have not.
near as good, but still good.
Okay, I hadn't seen it. You dropped something over there?
She's got to reapply
her lipstick.
I told Odie come in the other morning. You know how things just come up? Because I'll listen to YouTube while I'm getting the show ready.
No.
And a song by this next guy came up one morning. I'd never heard it. And I laughed, and I laughed, and I laughed some more. Because it was called I Think I'm Dancing with a Man.
Rodney King. He's funny, but no, he can get wrong.
Oh, he does occasionally. And this was
you just don't have to.
This was just kind of semi thing where he's talking about who he held her hand and he could feel the calluses.
It was my foot.
This guy.
That seventh.
Where she was holding on that broom.
That seventh toe. Well, she can tote shingles though.
Did y'all?
We don't do shingles.
Where she holds on to them wrong.
That's right. She hold on them screw heads with that seventh toe.
I mean.
Did y'all watch Maverick with Mel Gibson? You remember the about the and it had all the country stars in it. Waylon Jennings was in it. Clint Black. Maverick. It was absolutely hilarious. The guy that was the Indian in it that played the part where the Russian guy was paying him all that money, and he wanted to shoot at someone, and he let him shoot the bow that paralyzed your hand. Y'all aren't with me.
There's something like
okay, you remember Dances with Wolves?
We didn't watch this.
Yeah, I mean.
It was funny. Anyway, the guy that played the Indian, he just passed away a few months ago. He was 74, I believe.
Albino.
He's white. 6 white horses.
I gathered that. It also appeared that his eyes may be pigmented to that of someone.
So I didn't look at his eyes.
Anyways, he's white. No.
Rolling. Keep the show rolling.
The only time I've ever watched this guy was when he played in Wild Hogs. Do y'all remember that movie?
No.
You didn't watch that?
You didn't watch that? I watched
that. That was pretty funny there. John Travolta.
Tim Allen.
Tim Allen.
Yeah.
And what was the black guy that was in it that, Martin?
Wasn't he a Ghostbuster?
No.
That wasn't him?
I know who you're talking about. That was a pretty good show.
Ty Pennington. You remember at the end of it when the bikers bar got burned down and he had to reveal it?
He's known for trading spaces.
Yeah.
And he also was arrested for maybe.
DUI.
I think it was like marijuana. Way back, like 20 years ago. Yeah.
I don't know much about Ty.
Yeah. Anyways, he could build some
you
stuff like real fast. Like
Yeah,
they
he-
would
They would go there, flip that. You'd move
Yeah.
a family out for so many days, and then move that bus and poof.
But
There.
but
Yeah.
didn't he also do trading spaces where
That was Eddie Murphy.
You'd switch with your neighbor and do a room.
Yeah, I remember something like
And then they'd walk in and go, what did they do to my house?
Like I mean, they do crazy stuff. Like they put hay on the walls and stuff like that. Anyways,
This is a moment that went down in history.
You're going to jail.
We all remember this where he kind of stood there. Didn't say a word. He just stood there back in 2016. You got to remember
Y'all,
that. That was
he's-
funny.
Now, I'm going to tell you, I hate to say it, but if you could make a mold of her face, you could make gorilla cookies. If she don't.
And last but not least on this, we all knew him from
Mr. Cunningham.
say
Howard Cunningham would pass away today back in 2010.
You take old.
I heard you, but did you
Make a
just
mold.
lay in bed and think, man, if we made her face into a cookie
It
mold,
would make gorilla
then we
cookies.
could also make gorilla. Like, is that what?
The man is smarter than you think.
That's right. This ain't just a hat holder.
J&J Tire and Muffler, located at 3420 8th Street, invites you by. And if you need a front-end alignment, make sure to try their new state-of-the-art alignment machine. No matter the size of your truck and car, J&J can align it. J&J also has touch-free mounting, laser wheel balancing, and as always, they provide preventive maintenance, including CV axles, shocks, struts, brakes. They carry the Nixon tire with free roadside hazard service, along with hot tread used tires. Locally owned and operated since 1978 in Meridian. The Scotty Ray Report studio is sponsored by Environment Masters, providing hassle-free heating and cooling, plumbing and electrical services since 1957, and now serving Meridian homeowners.
Meridian's favorite barbecue is Squealer's Barbecue, named the barbecue capital for the state of Mississippi. Whether it's barbecue, wings, or burgers, Squealer's simply has the best for a family environment. Every Thursday night, there's live music out on the porch. Takeout orders are welcome, and whether it's your next tailgate or large catering event, your friends at Squealer's are there to help. Drop in for lunch today or a night out on the town. Squealer's Barbecue, the best in fine barbecue.
At Pettit Jewelers in Philadelphia, Mississippi, trust Nicole with your priceless heirloom jewelry. With generations of refined expertise, she ensures your cherished pieces are meticulously cared for. Pettit Jewelers, Philadelphia.
They're pulled.
Welcome back there. Julia's refilling that coffee machine there.
Welcome
Good
back
stuff
to
there.
the Environment Master Studio.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right.
Yeah.
Said cool weather coming next week. Better get that heater checked out. Let them come out and blow her out and check her out. Make sure ain't gonna have no fire or nothing.
Plumbing,
electrical.
How long they been doing this stuff?
Whoo, since 1957, I
That's it.
believe somebody said.
Yep.
Hey, you need some electrical? I'm telling you, get you some of them plug-ins put out there under the eaves of your house
Yeah.
and put them Christmas lights up.
It'll take care
They
of it.
can take care of all that for you.
Hey, next Friday they're going to have this. Dr. Alan Brown is going to take part of this with the Jimmy Rogers.
I saw this.
This is neat.
It looks fun.
Haunted experience. Are you going, Julia?
No, but I do have it on my calendar. If I'm in town, then I will be there.
Would you two go?
No. Heck,
Y'all
no.
too scared.
Oh, I love going to haunted. You know,
They are part of the haunted
You
experience.
go to
of
haunted
Meridian.
stuff, you just don't go inside.
No. We used to go spend the night in all these houses. I eat that stuff up.
I can't get you to go through Bailey Haunted House.
I ain't going to that's made up stuff. I'm the real ghost is this. I'll go visit.
The real ghost.
I ain't fooling with no haints.
Some people believe that.
So you want to go to the sheriff's house there in Clark County?
Oh yeah, that wouldn't bother me a bit.
That's the haunted house. Mm-hmm. Anthony, that
I'm not
house is
scared.
haunted.
You
We
gonna
got a
keep
picture
telling
of
him
What are you
that.
scared of?
You just some things you just don't fool with, and you leave them haints alone.
Okay. I ain't scared of them.
You wouldn't be. you gather around your cauldron. I mean, you ain't worried about them.
They don't hurt their own.
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm safe.
I ain't scared of them, but I respect them. That's like people that go fool around in a cemetery. I ain't scared of a cemetery. But unless you're putting somebody in the ground, ain't no point being in there. And there ain't never no point being in there after dark. Some things you just don't. I got respect for the dearly departed.
Understood.
And it is, it's not a place to be.
That's exactly right.
I get it. And we also have this event coming up we want to remind you about.
Yeah, that's Church of Mediator Barbecue. They do that every year, and they sent you free tickets, y'all free tickets. So
Wow.
I don't have them with me right now, but I'll get them to you before.
She sold them on the way. This is true.
Yeah,
She
they're-
traded them.
There were those missing donuts were this morning.
Yeah.
No, but that'll be next weekend, and they always have great barbecue, and they do good work in the community.
And Julie, I have done my best to find
Okay,
this other
I'm
one.
gonna-
Show your phone.
He won't, and there it goes.
Hey, while you digging for that,
Yeah.
shout out to our sweet friends at the Butler
Oh, I got pictures of
at
that.
the Butler Senior Center. Those sweet ladies and gentlemen that go over there, man, they were so good to us last Saturday at Butler Day. And a shout out to them this morning. We appreciate your hospitality.
I know you ate something.
Well, they were just super nice.
Okay.
They were super nice to us.
All right. Well, I was going to tell y'all about the next weekend, next Friday, so a week from today, is the Wait, this is October 31st. This is on Halloween. I'm sorry. I tried to get him. I'm going to get it to Scotty Ray so he can share it. But they're doing the spooky ale trail downtown. And Downtown Meridian, they do a good job of like doing those sipping shops and ale trails where you get a card and you go around to it gets you in other businesses that maybe you don't always go to and stuff like that. So they'll have the ale trail going on, but then you can go to the brewery about 6 o'clock and
that's
register.
The
3-foot brewery, and register at 6:30. And the Ales and Tales costume contest starts at 7, and that is going to be where you can bring your dog and dress them up, and all of the proceeds will go to the Meridian Animal Shelter.
That's a good cause.
I want to let people, so on Halloween, you can go downtown and put your dog in this, and so get them a costume and take your, that'll be a fun thing to watch too. Little dogs.
It is. That's fun
up.
there.
Does Bo Cephas dress up for Halloween?
He has had some costumes in the past.
What is Bo Cephas?
Well, I'm trying to remember she's had multiple costumes for him, but I'm very much against
We need some pictures.
I'm very much against it.
Do y'all dress up your babies?
Oh, yeah, they get dressed up there.
Yeah.
Ellie doesn't seem to care for it.
No.
She seems to get kind of mad over it, as a matter of fact.
Chrissy used to love wearing clothes, and she wore them all the time. And as the older she got, she's like, I ain't doing that.
I see a lot of women do that in Meridian. Just get shed of it. Don't 8th Street. Hey, you mentioned our fun time we had over there last week in Butler, Alabama.
Sure did.
Scott was giving a great performance when we showed up.
Beautiful day. Weather was perfect. They had booths set up, man, food cooking, and
that little fella, if you remember, he had his little cast on his arm.
Gosh,
bless his heart.
Cute, except for something's wrong with his shirt.
And then we had the crowd there.
Had a good crowd.
And he was a cut up too.
Oh, that's cute.
He was wearing his Alabama shirt, and he was ready for just about anything.
That's a cute downtown. I love it.
The ladies were sweet to us.
I'm telling you, they could not have been any nicer.
So we just want to say thank you to everybody in Butler for having us over. We enjoyed it a whole lot. Jesus make me. I didn't even notice that when we were there. The sign in the back, in case y'all missed that.
Got it.
Okay. All right. And then we got to see the Jed Clampett truck.
That's cute. Have you seen the ice cream thing it's been at a couple of events? It's like the hand crank. It kind of looks like that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yep. It was
when you run upon it. When you go running, Scotty Ray.
Yeah, when I'm running next time,
when you see it. But it's popped up at a couple of events, and it does ice cream.
If he's running, he'll need some ice cream.
Greg, did I show you this picture of our lovesick friend? He can't walk, he can't sleep, he's just ate up in love. And we run up on him the other night when we were eating, and the rest. I don't think I've shown this, but I thought we should show this. Y'all, this man is so devoted to her.
He called me yesterday.
What'd he say?
Well, I seen who it was, and I answered the phone, old Two Straws. Don't call me that. I said, well, every time you see you got 2 straws in one drink.
That's right, 2 straws.
Oh, yeah.
That's
anyhow, yeah.
Just note, I'm not saying anything.
Hey, we still got this going on downtown. If you're out and about, keep in mind that this street is blocked right here where all the work is being done on the alley.
I'm really excited about that project. I know everybody's got their little opinions, but I think that it's going to look a lot better, and this is all stuff that needed to be done eventually anyways.
Yes.
So everybody would have been griping if they would have cleaned up the alley and laid new asphalt, and then next year that 100-year-old pipe finally gives, and we didn't replace it when we could. So just patience.
Yeah, it'll get there. I forget which day this was, but I was sitting at a red light, and I didn't say anything. They pulled up beside me and they said, "We just got married." So I I took a picture of it. And we want to wish them
That's
the best
fine.
of luck there.
Look how happy they
He's
are.
smiling right now, ain't he?
That smile's going to go away.
Well, about that first month, he could eat her up. In the next 30 years, he wish he had her.
So we wish them luck. We'll be right back. Let's face it, accidents are going to happen. If a deer jumps out in front of your car, go see my friends and professionals at Chet's Paint and Body Shop in Center Hill. Chet can help you navigate through this confusing world of insurance by providing photo estimates to insurance companies and the right to choose the body shop of your choice. From a minor scratch to a major collision, Chet has you covered. Chet offers quality repairs by trained and certified technicians with a lifetime warranty on all repairs. That's Chet's Paint and Body Shop. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn, located at 910 Posey Avenue, has tons of lawnmowers to choose from. A big selection of zero-turn lawnmowers, power washers, and even barbecue grills. Step inside the store and see their complete line of Liberty safes along with those Browning safes. A large selection of Louis Vuitton purses along with satin shirts and bead sets. And tons to choose from for the outdoorsman in your household. And always a great deal on any type of jewelry you're looking for. And a private lobby for pawns for your confidentiality. Philadelphia Gun and Pawn.
Looking for a deal you can't pass up? Right now, drive off in a quality used car for just $299 down and only $299 a month here at Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Meridian. That's right, good reliable cars packed with features at a price you'll love. $299 down, $299 a month. Look, I'm not kidding. This is a real offer that our customers have taken advantage of for years now. Come see us today, Johnson Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram Meridian.
Welcome back, all of us in for this big Friday show. We mentioned this about Philadelphia. This is going on tomorrow. The Fly-In Cruise-In. It's going to be there at Gray Field.
8 to 2 tomorrow.
No, I could have rode my broom.
Bring your airplane or your broom, whichever one, and yeah.
This is near Ford's. You know where Ford's grocery is there on Highway 16, where the new Dollar General is. Go directly across the other side, go due north on 491, and you'll run into it up there.
You can no longer give directions based off of the new Dollar General.
Ford stores.
Every time you pile up a pile of dirt, one of them springs up.
That is true.
Yes.
They have a tendency to pop up everywhere there. Let's see what else we've got going on this week. We had this little boo-boo over in Center Hill this week.
Oh.
And she was turning around and it just went off in the ditch. No injuries or anything like that.
That could totally happen to me.
Have you had that happen?
Yeah, because their little light was on, said tires not detected.
It's off now.
Yeah. Bulb burn out.
Did y'all see where John Bolton has been indicted?
Oh, yeah. Sharon.
Don't know who he is.
He was a former security advisor to in Trump's first administration. And he said a lot of ugly things about Mr. Trump. And then Mr. Trump may have found some evidence that he had highly classified materials at his house that he wasn't supposed
and
to.
sharing it with his
Wasn't that ironic?
It was. It was kind of like, what do you call it when you call in the kettle? He was
the pot,
guilty.
the kettle, and you call one calls the other one
It
black.
wasn't the fact that he had them. It was the fact that he was sharing that information.
Yeah, but it's the irony is that
Of them raiding on Trump,
Yeah.
and it just is kind of payback there. And then the Mar-a-Lago thing of the other lady there that has all those tax problems now that was doing some of the same things she accused Trump of.
Yep.
She's got problems now.
Lots
That's the way
of
that goes.
Them who lives in glass houses shall not chunk up the rock.
There you go.
From the philosopher Greg.
Y'all remind me of this. Do y'all remember early in Trump's first term, it was a guy named General Flynn?
Yeah.
Where they basically kicked in his door, drug him out. He lost everything he had due to the fact he had to get attorneys. Whatever become of that man? Did he ever recover? Because he didn't do anything wrong. It was the way that they questioned him. He just answered it wrong. Didn't know he was telling wrong.
Yeah.
And they weren't, as we say, his life.
With 2 R's.
Yeah. So just thought we'd pass that information.
Again, I've said it before. You don't have to be guilty. you can go broke defending your innocence. And that's just the truth. People don't realize that, well, justice will prevail. Well, it might.
Well, and
but
when
you
you're
can lose everything you got.
If you can afford it.
And when you're fighting the government who makes
Who's
the
endless,
laws
yeah, and
has endless money because it's yours.
They'll just print more.
Yeah.
It's tough out there.
It is.
And
that's why elections matter.
They do matter, don't
Every
they?
one of them.
That's right.
Every one of them. Don't forget, we've brought this up a couple of times this past week of coming up next weekend in Oxford, Mississippi.
Yep, we've got JD is going to be there with Erica Kirk with Turning Point USA. They're going to be speaking Thursday night. It was Charlie was supposed to be here, but unfortunately he's not going to make that now after what happened. But his wife and Vice President J.D. Vance will be there.
Do you know anything about tickets, how hard they are to get? Is it sold out? Do we know?
I have no idea, but I'll check into it.
Okay,
I don't even know where it's going to be at.
I'm not. It's going to be on Ole Miss campus.
Yeah,
but I don't know what
they've
part.
hosted a. Did they host a debate
They
there?
did a presidential debate.
And I bet you it's in that facility, but I can't remember the name of it. I didn't go to school there.
Yeah, nowhere
School.
do I have the answer to that.
Yeah.
Same one Buster's
I
going
bet
to?
you it's the same school Buster's going
That's
to.
what I thought.
Exactly.
You was valedictorian, wasn't you?
Can't get tickets. Tried last night.
Oh, so it's already saying that.
Yeah.
And again, this is the big event here this weekend as we bring in
Buds and Burgers.
If y'all have never been to this, it is so much fun, and the proceeds goes to Love's Kitchen, and all these people put in a lot of work. So companies and groups, they get together and they set up and they grill burgers and get it all set up, and then they have samples and you go around and you taste them and you can vote for your favorites. And then they have the Mustache Band is playing. They're really good.
Is the RW boxing match going to be this weekend?
I don't know if he's got. I don't know if he's got a booth at this or not.
Because I thought he did.
Well,
isn't he competing?
It depends on if Bud can
protect
time
him,
free and protect.
But you know, he was probably going to cook some of that elk, because when he did the $600 math on it, by the time he bought that elk a first class ticket and had it flown home, I want to say he had $329 a pound in it. So. You know, but I'm sure you know it all depends on how many.
As much as he puts into shirts when he buys them, that wasn't that much for him to spend on meat.
No. The man will throw $100 out on a shirt in a heartbeat.
Well, I mean, all he's got to do is sell 2 casseroles a week since he's got so many. It's called his rotation. He takes 2 of the oldest ones so he can get 2 of the newest ones and put in.
Casserole King.
That's right.
He's the man. Hey, let's find out who's wanted by the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department. Who is it this week? Let's go find out from the sheriff.
Alan Jackson song?
Just one good-hearted woman. Woo.
I'm Sheriff Ward Calhoun, bringing you another episode of Fugitive Focus Friday. And today we need the community's help in locating Tammy Renee Porter. Porter is a 62-year-old white female who stands approximately 5 feet 7 inches in height, weighing 235 pounds. Porter is wanted on a bench warrant out of the Circuit Court of Lauderdale County, where she has been charged with 2 counts of sale of a controlled substance. If you know where Porter can be found, please contact the Sheriff's Department or contact Crime Stoppers. Remember, if you call Crime Stoppers, you can remain anonymous. And if your tip leads to her arrest, you'll be eligible for a cash reward. We appreciate our community's help. Thank you.
So if you happen to know where she might be sitting this morning, well, give them a call. Tammy is wanted by the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Department there. There you go.
For 2 counts of controlled substance.
Mm-hmm. Got it written down there. You happen to bump into her, call the Sheriff's
Nothing,
Department.
Greg?
I've got nothing.
We also have a walk tomorrow. Let me put this up.
We know.
This is going to be. This is going to be taking place in Gulfport, and it's a walk to take care of painkillers and all of that. So if you're going to be in that area, there are a lot of
time
people
you get through walking, you're going to be hurting.
Oh, it's in remembrance of Cameron Ireland Elliott of Little Rock, Mississippi.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay.
That's our tie-in to that. That's going to be taking place.
I'm like, why? All right, now it makes sense.
Yeah, so if you can help out with that, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people that go to attend that as well also. Let's see here. What else is going on? We mentioned Bolton and Kiss. This guy.
Ace Frehley.
You mentioned it a minute ago that he had passed away.
Well, we were talking about how men age and they look the same. I think this was a good
example.
Yeah. I need y'all to. That's what I'm referencing.
Look here.
I see.
He had fallen a couple of weeks ago and ended up with a brain bleed.
Ooh.
And now we lost him yesterday.
Next week, the game has already been called for Kemper County against Heidelberg. The next two teams that have played them are not going to play them. Kemper County was going to play them next Friday night. They've already canceled the game. Made some people mad, but that's just the way it is. A lot went on with that, and people aren't wanting to be on campus there. You can't blame anybody for that. So that game has been canceled. So that would Kemper County cancel. I guess that would be a forfeit. Better to forfeit than have issues. They need to work everything out as they work on security.
And I hate it for those kids.
I do too.
I mean, the ones that are not. I mean, because you're not making.
There we go with a bad apple ruin the whole bunch.
I hate that.
These kids look forward to it, and they probably do something that they could use to kind of get their mind back straight.
That's awful.
Yeah.
Let's see what else has happened here.
Don't forget No Kings protest tomorrow.
Are they doing one in Meridian?
I don't know.
I know they have one in New Orleans. They've had a few.
We don't have Kings,
But-
so it's about the stupidest thing I've ever heard of.
I appreciate the right to have the protest.
I do too.
I always respect it.
Y'all can do it.
So go for it.
Yeah, if you want to be an idiot, knock yourself out. It's a free country.
Do whatever you want there.
That's exactly right.
Oh man!
All right, there. As we've got birthdays, don't we?
We've got a few of them. Oh, Ken Buffington's got a birthday. Rocky Godwin. Margaret Olivia, your friend there's got a birthday. Dylan Driscoll's 29 today. Tabitha James from Purvis got a birthday tomorrow. David Knoll and Hayes Warren, 9 years old.
You know, as we mentioned things, Leland, Mississippi, there's been 9 people arrested in connection with that. As we get into Heidelberg, as we were talking about that, I think it's up to five I believe.
Mm-hmm. And then we had somebody die yesterday, I believe, that upped a number.
To 3 in Heidelberg.
You know, terrible situation all the way around.
It is absolutely awful.
Horrible.
And these are kids killing kids. And one of them dies, and then the other is in prison for the rest of his life. And it's just so senseless and so hard to understand.
Mason
sad.
Holloman turns 1 tomorrow. 1 year young. Look at that.
Well, there you go. Well, Odie, as always, we have a Bible verse to end out the show. What have you got for us today?
Yeah, we're going to see if this thing goes back to refresh to Proverbs 18, verse 10. The name of the Lord is a fortified tower. The righteous run to it and are safe. And that's one thing we've all done it, no matter what. When we feel we're somewhere we don't need to be, we feel like we need somebody's help immediately, we always ask for Jesus' help. And he's always there. He's always with us. He's never let us down, and he never will. But we need to be with him daily, not just in our time of need. Ooh, y'all have a wonderful weekend. Have a great, safe weekend, and we will see y'all Monday.
All right, as we go back over all our events this weekend.
Buds and Burgers is what, I think there's a car show at Highland Park. Did I make that up?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
Car show at Philadelphia. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Yeah, get out and do something.
And go get your dogs' costumes ready for the costume contest at 3 Foot Brewery on Halloween that benefits the animal shelter.
All right, that's going to wrap us up for this week. We certainly appreciate everybody joining us. Any closing remarks from this side of the room?
I'm just speechless that she was here 4 weeks in a row. And I don't know how to top it if she shows up next Friday.
Real quick, Charles. Yes, good news about Rachel. She is talking. She's got a smaller trach. She's able to talk to her kids, her husband, everybody. She's been accepted to Methodist rehab. They said that she is progressing so good, it probably won't be need to be there but a couple of weeks. But she is doing real good. She is progressing real good, and everything is looking great. And good Lord's hands has definitely been on it. But still, for Rachel Spears, throw some more prayers out there. But,
and for those who don't know, she is a teacher that fell through the ceiling of a home to the floor about 10 to 12 feet and was injured. If you're wondering what that was about.
That's great news.
There we go. Thank y'all for being here. We appreciate it.
All right.
And we'll
see y'all next week, maybe.
Oh, come on.
Oh, the suspense will keep them up for a week.
I don't want to lie.
What she said, if something better comes along, basically.
Be a double-decker donut.
Y'all have a good week. We love y'all.